All right, we're going to start reviewing the unit that we just finished. And the unit was on graphing and on the coordinate plane. And on x and y numbers. So in the first one, which equation relates y to x for the data table? In other words, how do you get from y to x? Or x, okay? Y equals something. And what you should do in one like this is substitute a number in from the table, put it into the equation to see if it works. For example, your first choice, A, is y equals negative 1/4 x. Now, if you take a set of numbers from the table that's given, let's say that you take 20 and negative 5. I'm sorry, negative 20 and negative 5. That's one of the possibles, right? Jordan? What would we do with the x number? What would we do with the x number? Negative 20. No, we would...
Oh, you put that in the...
Correct. We would put the x number here and see if it equals the y number, right?
Yeah.
So check it. Does it work?
No.
You sure?
Yeah. Yeah.
What's wrong with it? What's wrong with it? Gracie?
They're both negative, so it makes it positive.
Correct. They're both negative. 1/4, negative 1/4, and negative 20 equals positive 5, not negative 5. So A does not work. You do each one like that, okay? Number 2 says, what is the value of the variable A? How do you solve an equation like this? A plus a number equals a number. How do you solve that? Laura?
You do 49 and 5 fifths and minus 5 times.
Okay, good. First of all, we would need to change this to a fraction.
3 fifths.
49. We're going to take away one of the wholes and
3 fifths.
use 5/5, right? We're going to cut one of them up into fifths. Then we have to get the A by itself on this side. How would we get the A by itself if it has 10 3/5 on this side with it?
Minus it.
Asa?
Wait, what?
Well, how would we remove 10 3/5 from this side?
We subtract 10.
Yeah, take away 10 3/5. And if we take 10 3/5 off the left side,
You have to go to the right.
then we have to do the same thing to the right side. Okay? Number 3, the sequence. What are the next two possible terms? If the terms are 3, 12, 48, 192. What's going on here? Yeah. Times 4. Times 4. Right?
Yeah.
So we're finding the pattern, finding the sequence. Okay?
It's double.
Number 4. Number 4, it says, which is the value of the expression if q equals negative 11? What would we do with that if q equals negative 11? Adam? No, what would we do if q equals negative 11? Not divide it, no. What does negative 9q mean?
Negative 9 times q.
Negative 9 times q. We would substitute the number in for q. What is the number 5? Which is the value of the variable k? How do you solve an equation like this? Where you have a fraction. Stop talking. Where you have a fraction, and that's equal to a fraction times a number is equal to a number. We have to get rid of this fraction, right? We have to make this 1k. What do you multiply by with a fraction to get 1? What is that number called?
4/4.
Max?
Sorry, what was the question?
Lily knows.
Reciprocal.
It's the reciprocal. What does the reciprocal do, Max?
It is the opposite.
Close. It's not the opposite.
It's the reverse
It's,
of
yeah.
a fraction.
It's the flipped fraction. It's the flipped fraction because 4 times 3 is 12. 3 times 4 is 12. When you have 12 over 12, you have 1k. You get 1k. And if you multiply by 4 over 3 on one side,
Do it on the
you
other
have to
side.
do the same thing on the other side to solve the equation. And that's how you prove what 1k is. Okay? Number 6 and 7 refer to that coordinate plane. Remember, when you're writing an ordered pair, what is the first number in the ordered pair? What does it refer to? The first number in an ordered pair, Jordan? The x-coordinate, yep. The x-coordinate. So how far left or right? And then the second number is the what?
Y.
The y-coordinate. How far up or down? And you always write them in this order. Put a comma in between and put parentheses around it. Okay? Number 8, which is the next possible figure that has to do with patterned geometry. So you have to look for a pattern in those. Number 9, which algebraic expression is equivalent to the word expression. So it's asking you to define words like product. Number 10, the missing term. Again, that's looking for a pattern. How do you get from x to y? Number 11, what is the value of the variable v? How do you solve an equation like this, class? Number 11, v minus 7.1 equals 12.2. How do you prove what v is? Laura? So you have to do what? Add the two numbers together. Okay? How do you get the v by itself? How do you, because when we're solving an equation, we have to get the v by itself. How do you get the v by itself? Well, what did you do on this side? Add what? Plus 7.1. So if we add 7.1 to the right side, what do we have to do on the left side? Okay. If we did 12.2 That's not going to balance the equation. When we're balancing an equation or proving an answer, you have to do the same thing to what?
Both sides.
Both sides. Right. And so Laura, if you said we add this to find the solution, then we have to add that to both sides, right? So add what? Add 7.1. What's negative 7.1 plus 7.1? 0. So that proves, and whoops, 7 plus, or b plus 0 is b. That proves that this is the answer. Okay? Because we've gotten the variable by itself. Whenever you're solving an equation, you have to get one of the variable by itself on the other side to prove the solution. How about the inequality? Number 12, that has an open dot. Which symbols go with the open dot? Which symbols go with the open dot? Amelia? Which symbols go with the open dot? Do you remember? It's okay if you don't remember. Which symbols go with the open dot? Asa?
You don't have to have equal to.
Right, it's not the equal to sign. The open dot is just the less than sign or the greater than sign. If it has a solid dot or a filled in dot, then that goes with the less than or equal to, greater than or equal to sign. If we have either of these signs, use a filled in dot to mark it on the number line. If it has either of these two, you mark it with an open dot. Number 13 is about a pattern again. Number 14 is again solving an equation and proving your solution. 15 is a sequence. 16 is another one with asking you to change the word equation to the number equation. 17 we've covered, 18 we've covered, 19. 19 is a little bit different. How do we prove 18s equals 72? How would we solve this to get the variable by itself? Number 19.
Divide each side by, divide each side by.
Good. Divide each side by 18. That's exactly right, 18. Because then we get 1 on this side, 1s, and that proves what 1s is. Okay? So, for tomorrow, do 1 through 20.